Hey everyone, thanks for coming back. Another segment of The MCR. Mac is to my left. My name is TJ. Please like, share, and subscribe. We're on multiple platforms and social media sites. Just quick thanks to everyone for your support. In this segment, we're going to talk about career criminals and how they start at such a very young age. And I'm going to start with the first very unfortunate incident which occurred last week, in which two Rochester police in Rochester, New York, were ambushed by what I'm going to define as a career criminal. And he wasn't very old. I think he might have been in his 20s. So to be a career criminal in your 20s. The one police officer died of his wounds. The other one, I think, was hospitalized but will survive. Anyway, this career criminal began his life of crime at the young age of 12. He's got a rap sheet, which includes various assaults, burglaries, and weapons charges, and now he can add to his dossier murder. Okay?
Wow.
And as I was reading this horrible news report, I thought back to another news report that I read just a day or so prior, which involved another very young perpetrator. And let me tell you what about this one. And this is how career criminals begin, I think. This one happens in Utah, of all places. A town that I've never heard of before, so probably isn't very large. Midvale, Utah. And a guy going through the drive-thru with his children. With his children. He's upset at his order getting effed up. And to quote Leo Getz from Lethal Weapon, you never go through the drive-thru because they you in the drive-thru. Okay?
Okay.
But
good advice to go by, I guess.
Yeah, you in the drive-thru. Anyways, he gets upset at his order and starts threatening them with a firearm. And this was McDonald's. And the McDonald's employee calls the police. This guy's so ballsy, I guess he's sitting there in the parking lot. Did he not think they weren't going to call the police? Okay?
Yeah.
All right, so the police come.
Or he's stupid.
Yeah, or he's stupid. Well, you know what? He is stupid.
Okay.
But the police come. At first, he doesn't want to cooperate, but eventually, he does lower his window. He gets out of the car, and as they are taking him into custody, one of his children, a 4-year-old, grabs this guy's gun and starts shooting it at the police.
Holy cow, that is unbelievable.
I told you this was going to shock you. And you, of course, he just wanted his daddy back.
Yeah.
You know?
Somebody's hurting his daddy and he's going to defend his daddy.
Yeah, he wants his daddy back. And I thought, this is how people become criminals. You know, and you know, how many times have we said, watch what you say in front of your children, mind your language, you know, what they see you do, they do.
Well, my grandson told his dad he was doing something he shouldn't have been, and my son-in-law said, hey, you stop that. And he goes, Dad, quit talking your bullshit. So,
well,
now, he didn't make up that word. He heard it somewhere. It wasn't from me.
So, yeah, I'm thinking, what has this 4-year-old witnessed to just, and obviously the firearm was not secure. I did not hear whether or not the firearm was legal, illegal, this or that. That seemed to be...
Well, it really doesn't much matter in the hand of a 4-year-old.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I guess the news of this story was how the 4-year-old picked it up and shot it at the police. He did not hit the police. Being of such small stature, I'm sure he had next to no weapons control. So the police...
How many shots did he fire?
I don't know.
But was it multiple shots?
I don't know. You know what? I didn't see that in the news
I could see that flying out of a 4-year-old kid's hand.
But it did sound like the police were pretty... It was pretty easy for the police to disarm the 4-year-old, given that he was only 4 years old.
Well, thank God they didn't shoot him.
But, you want to know how people become criminals? Maybe that's how people become criminals.
Well, I remember years ago, You and I were at a Detroit Tiger game. We had complimentary seats. We were accosted by a man outside the stadium. And inside the stadium, we saw a man, and he had 3 or 4 boys with him, and maybe a girl or whatever. And he was sitting in some seats, and they were in a place where we could look down upon them. And somebody came, and they got up, and they moved. And then somebody came, and they got up, and they moved. And somebody came, and they got up, and
from
moved.
seats to seat to seat.
Because they weren't their seats.
Yeah.
And you said, there it is. He's teaching his kids to be criminals. And I commented, yeah, he's telling them to take what isn't theirs.
Yeah. You know what, and you mentioned that, I do, gosh, that was so long ago.
Yeah.
But, you know, this is where it begins. Slightly off topic, but I'm compelled to reflect on something Officer Tatum said on the radio. Okay? Officer Tatum was going on a rant about the necessity of good fathers being in the home. And his reasoning was it didn't matter whether you had a son or a daughter. He was stressing the necessity of being a good example to your children, basically showing your son what kind of husband you need to be, showing your daughter what kind of man you need to have in your life and marry. You know, well, what kind of man is this that shows this 4-year-old that if you don't get your way, you pick up a gun? You know, and you gotta know this 4-year-old saw him threatening the McDonald's employees with the gun.
There's that.
Yeah.
There's that, and then you see it on TV all the time.
So
Kids are like sponges. They really are.
And you know, I don't even believe in my heart the 4-year-old fully realized what he was doing.
No.
He just wanted his daddy back.
Sure.
You know, so
4-year-olds don't have a level of discernment.
So I was just compelled to share this. I knew Mac would not disappoint me in his response. So I like to hit Mac with these unnamed or topics that he's totally oblivious to. So
I didn't see the story. That's correct.
yeah, and you didn't see this one coming either.
No, I did not.
So that's all I got for this one. Any final thoughts or closing?
No, it's just another from the upside down world we live in,
Yeah.
and the land of the unbelievable.
Yeah, in Utah of all places too. You'd think it'd be
Well,
in Chicago. or New
they
York.
did vote for Mitt Romney there, so
Yeah.
you have to wonder about the
Must be in the water.
some lead like in Flint.
Yeah. Okay, that's it for this one. You'll hear more rants in the future from us, no doubt. As always, be safe, watch your six, and don't tread on me.